And I wrote about this to some extent in my first book. It's often you have to be a bit careful about, I mean, my parents are dead, but still,
Yeah.
their story, it's like
Yeah.
it's my story, but it's their story.
And you want to
I
be
I share
respectful
it,
and yeah.
yeah, but I share it always with compassion. I spent a lot of years being totally angry at them, and I'm not anymore. So
I'm
my
still working on
dad,
my anger issues,
yeah.
so
Well, that took me a long time. That took a long time too. And this is the beauty of being in that, older space of wisdom where you can share what you've learned,
Mhm.
right? So yeah, that took me a long time. And forgiveness never really felt like the right word, but maybe kind of now. But anyway, my folks, so my mom suffered badly with depression. She had what would be called borderline personality
Mhm.
disorder, we call adaptation.
Mhm.
She tried to kill herself. She had a really hard time in relationships, feeling this deep betrayal. And my dad struggled a lot with binge drinking. He was abused by a very critical mother who shamed him around sexuality. And so he had his own story around dysregulated sexuality and sex addiction, probably. And he sexualized me. And so then they split up when I was very young. So I was in it. I mean, I was in the belly of it. And then really sought out help. So I found this amazing therapist when I was like 17. Totally lucky, but also curious. Like I'm giving myself some credit for that. Uh, and he really helped me. He knew how to listen
Oh, that's good.
without judgment, without pathologizing. And that really was a huge help. Plus, my grandparents, who, although they raised my mom as grandparents, they were great. They gave me that secure attachment. So I knew what felt right in my body, and I knew what felt wrong. I knew my mom's verbal abuse wasn't right. I knew that. I was so, again, lucky to have that other relationship that was the opposite of betrayal. Yeah. And so then I just got, and I was good at listening to people, and I was curious about how people figure things out in their lives. And I was insightful as a kid, and it got me into trouble sometimes because I'd blurt things out, and my friends would go like, "What?" Uh, I learned to kind of contain that and find the right avenue in which to express
Yeah, yeah.
my insights. Um, but yeah, so that one thing just kind of grew on another, and then I ended up finishing grad school, and I got this job at this hospital just north of Toronto here, working with these beautiful young women who were survivors of incest. Talk about betrayal trauma.
Mhm.
The worst, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they taught me. I knew how to listen, and I knew that the current and still system of working with these women is abominable.
Mm.
But
Great.
I knew how to listen, and the system betrayed them. So there's betrayal all over trauma and addiction. And it was there that I really got curious about what they were doing that looked crazy, like cutting your vagina, eating bars of soap, like going out and having, really unsafe sex. What was that all about, right?
Yeah.
So in the system, and still now, it's seen as manipulation and self-hatred and, oh, all of that, right?
It's really
Uh,
demonized.
it's really demonized. But as I listened, they really taught me what those behaviors that became addictive because they were powerful and they helped them, what that was all about. And it was that journey over 45 years of figuring that out. Like, what are those behaviors? And how can we really be of help? And that really was what got me started at that place in time.
Yeah.